I was born in 1994. Christmas is in December. Christmas is on December 25th. I work on Monday. I drink coffee at lunchtime. I have lunch at 12. When you were a kid, what time did you have to be home by? We have to be there by 5. So, do you know why we use in, on, and at for prepositions of time? Prepositions are one of the most difficult aspects of English, and often they don't translate directly. So, by the end of this video, you will know how to use them correctly. And this is a two-part series. So, in this video, we'll go over in, on, at for time. And also, if you're interested in free vocabulary, click the link in the description and sign up for my weekly email list. So before we go over each one individually, we'll go over them in general so you can see the differences between them. In is the least specific and refers to longer periods of time. So such as decades, years, and seasons, right? Think of a timeline. So in the 90s, 10 years. In 2022, a year, right? These are longer periods of time. On is more specific and refers to days and dates, right? So imagine a calendar on my birthday, on Friday. At is the most specific and refers to time. So when thinking about at, imagine a clock. At 9 a.m., at lunchtime. So to recap, in is the least specific, larger periods of time. On is more specific, days and dates. At is the most specific, again, think of a clock. So we'll start with in. We'll go from the least specific. Oh goodness. We'll go from the least specific to the most specific. So again, with in, imagine a long timeline, okay? So we use in when referring to general periods of time that are very, very long, such as a year, a decade, or a season, right? So I was born in the 90s. Fashion was very different in the 80s. I was born in 1994. The Olympics were held in 2020. Right? So again, we use them for seasons, like I said. I love going to the beach in the summer. The leaves change color in the fall. And we also use it for parts of the day. I love listening to the birds in the morning. She studies in the afternoon. We went for a walk in the evening. So now take note. As an exception, we say at night, okay? So at night. I like to read at night. However, for other periods of the day, we use in. We also use in plus a time period for future event completion, right? So we use in to talk about how long something will take before it happens. I will be home in 5 minutes. She will arrive in 2 hours, and we're going on vacation in 3 weeks. So for on, we use days and dates, right? Think of something that you can point to on a calendar. So for days and dates, Christmas is on December 25th. I work on Monday. Now, in casual spoken English, we often drop on. So you will hear Christmas is December 25th instead of Christmas is on December 25th. I work Monday instead of on Monday, right? So this is more natural in conversation, but in formal writing, we usually keep on. So now one difference between British English and American English. In North America, we say on the weekend. What are you doing on the weekend? In British English, they say at the weekend. What are you doing at the weekend? However, both are correct and have the same meaning. So now by. By is probably the easiest. So by, when reference to time, it means no later than. So think of a deadline or a due date, okay? So I need to finish my homework by 8 p.m., right? No later than 8 p.m. The train will arrive by noon. In this case, it means at or before noon. right? So think of by as a deadline. Something must be done before or at a specific time. We also use by when we're referring to before something happens, right? So we need to leave by the time the movie starts. In this case, it means before the movie begins. She should be here by now, right? She should have arrived already. And I will call you by the end of the day, right? Anytime before or exactly at the end of the day. So again, just as a refresher, a summary, by no later than a specific time, think of a deadline, okay? So thank you for watching. I hope that video was helpful and see you in the next video.